welcome back to my channel. Let me be honest with you real quick. If you told me a few years ago that I'd be sitting here talking about net worth growth instead of just surviving till payday, I would have laughed politely, then cried in private. But here we are. Your net worth doesn't define you, but ignoring it will delay your future. If you're tracking your net worth or thinking about starting, drop a comment below and let me know what your situation is. In this video, I'm breaking down how I ended 2025 hitting a milestone net worth target, what actually moved the needle, what didn't, and why this matters, even if your net worth isn't impressive as yet. So, if you like real numbers, no fake gurus, and progress that actually feels attainable, you're in the right place. So stick around until the end, because I'll share the one shift that made this finally start working. So let's get into the numbers. The milestone isn't just a number, it's the direction. For the first time, my net worth wasn't just wobbling around like a drunk uncle at a family reunion. It was moving forward intentionally. Let's talk about what actually made this happen. The car, aka the most controversial asset on the internet. My car went down in value by about $197 to $19,370. And yes, I can already hear it. Cars aren't assets. Listen, if it has value and affects your net worth calculation, I'm tracking it. This isn't philosophy class, it's math. But the key thing here is, even with depreciation, my net worth still went up. That's important. Now let's move on to investments, aka slow, boring, and beautiful growth. Investment number 1 grew by $178, going up to $2,053. I deposited $162 into my trading 2-on-2 portfolio, and the stock market gave me only $16 for December. Investment number 2 grew by $4. Yes, $4 whole. I'm basically Warren Buffett right now. Investment number 2 now stands at $306 and is a money market fund account, which basically tries a little harder than a savings account. This $306 is actually a part of my emergency fund. Here's why these investments matter. I didn't start investing with experience. I started as a total newbie in February 2025. I didn't time the market. I didn't panic sell. I just showed up consistently, and I'm proud of myself. And that's the part people don't want to hear, because consistency doesn't screenshot well for Instagram. Let's move on to my retirement fund, quietly doing the heavy lifting. My retirement fund increased by $142 to now $3,024. This is money I don't see, I don't touch, I don't flex. But future me is sending thank you notes. This is where wealth is actually built, quietly over time, while everyone else is arguing on Twitter. Now my savings account went up by $26, and the balance in my savings account is $726. This savings account also makes up my emergency fund, and I have finally achieved my goal to get my emergency fund to $1,000. So my savings of $726 and investment number 2 account of $306 lead to my emergency fund balance of $1,032. My current account ended with $418. This is much higher than previous months because I am holding for numerous expenses to cover in January, like my ACCA subscription, car insurance, car registration, and servicing fee. Also, I will be pulling money from my emergency fund to cover some of these expenses in January. My cash balance at the end of December was $105. Now let me pause right here because this part matters. My car loan went down by $220. I made my monthly payment in December for $336, and $116 of that went straight to interest. But here's the key takeaway. Even with that painful breakdown, my net worth still went up, which tells me two things. Interest is expensive. Progress doesn't require perfection. It requires awareness. And best believe, going into 2026, I'm making sure more of my payments work for me, not the other way around. So, at the end of 2025, my net worth is $6,325, and I am now over the 6K milestone going into 2026. This milestone is proof that tracking works. Small increases add up. You don't need perfect conditions to make progress. Most people don't fail at money because they are bad with numbers. They fail because they don't look. Once I started tracking my monthly, no skipping, no excuses, things changed. Awareness creates discipline. Discipline creates momentum. Momentum creates growth. The biggest lesson from ending 2025 like this, you don't build net worth by waiting to earn more. You build it by managing what you already have. More income helps, yes, but habits decide what stays. And I'm proof that you can start messy, late, confused, and still move forward. If this video helped you see money differently, like, subscribe, and stick around because I'm documenting this journey in real time. No hype, no pretending, just progress. And remember, your net worth doesn't define you, but ignoring it will delay your future. I'll see you in the next one.